Hello everyone and welcome to episode 0 of the Regal Ramble review. Episode 1 has been delayed due to my asshole of a co-host. You know who you are, jackass. I'm committed to making a video and uploading this crap because this shit is gonna get done today. Now it's time to ramble on about some random shit since I've got nothing to review. Again, thanks, asshole. You're the one with the product. Brought to you in part by Nationwide is on your side. And also, Comedia Go Go, local comedy troupe from San Antonio, Texas. There is a battle of the bands at Fitzgerald's December 7th in downtown San Antonio. Please come support the band Scarica. You ever notice how stand-up comedians nowadays compared to back in like the 70s and early 80s? Jokes aren't jokes. It's a story that's told well. It's a funny story. Take John Mulaney. He has a new TV series. All in all, he's a talented comedian. His stories are funny. Unfortunately, a lot of the material used in the show are things that have been taken out of his previous stand-ups, which the delivery was hilarious. His stand-ups have given raw delivery compared to, and I understand it's, they want to air it to as many people as they can, so you gotta keep it PG-13. However, it just, you lose the kick when you say, talking shit versus talking trash, as compared to, like, Gilbert Gottfried, Regal, who's supposed to be here, but he is not for whatever reason. In this case, I mean, I understand life happens. It's a thing that we're all currently involved in. Some of us have intermingled with each other. I personally like to think that I'm a hermit. If I passed you on the street, you wouldn't notice me. Unlike Regal, the asshole. There's a reason he's Regal. Aside from the arrogance that comes with the name and the background, that is who he is. He has a very forward presence. You know when he is there. He's the guy walking in a mall, and you look at him, and your first thought immediately is, wow, look at that gigantic douche. Granted, he is a douche. When you meet him, he's a perfectly wonderful gentleman who will do his best not to offend you, but once you get past the acquaintance stages into the friendship zone, he is not reserved. This is the reason. I don't want to say excuse, because it is by definition an excuse to not be here. However, it's not a made-up excuse. Someone is gonna buy his appliances, like major appliances, like a washer or dryer, not like a blender or something. If it is a blender, Regal will cease to exist. In name sense, in physical sense, I'm gonna tear up his body, shove it in a wood chipper, and take it to the ranch that he claims to have, middle of nowhere, Texas, which it's believable. And let's be honest, Texas has, we've got a few major cities that are booming with, culture and civilization, just clusters of people that come from all over the Mexico. Let's be honest, it's a majority of these people are Mexican that come from, at least in the areas that I have frequented, because we're closer to the border of Mexico. We're going to see more Mexicans than we are Canadians. There's food, museums, and movie theaters, and it's just a giant clusterfuck of how can we shove as much color into your eyes until your head will explode. El Nino. Been a fan of theirs since like 2005, roughly. I was not a fan of the Enigma album, but fuck it. It took a few times for me to let that sit in, and judging in the direction that they're going, that was like a one-time deal. You start off sounding, let's say, Slipknot. Take that sense in as far as the musical tones that you hear, you know, the voices, the yelling, and along with the voice of song, the singing, the harmonies, the melodies, you hear that mixed in with, like, reverberating bass, drums, electric guitar, whatever. You take that, and you get a feel for that, and, like, okay, this is who they are. And you go, like, I don't want to say 180, but let's go ahead and say you take a 120-degree turn ish. You're not flipping completely, but still, you took a pretty hard right, just way too sharp, and it's become mana. What you will want to listen to will depend on your mood, or vice versa. If you're that type of person, your music will influence your mood. This is going on your Facebook, Regal. This is because you have this coming, and I'm gonna put this on there. I used to be his day planner, and that was stressful of having to remind him who he had gone on a date with or slept with the night before. He's a gigantic asshole. The last movie I saw in theaters was, I want to say, Guardians of the Galaxy, which, in my opinion, totally worth it. Loved it. It was awesome. I enjoyed the 80s soundtrack that was in it, because I'm an 80s kid. Generation X all the way. Before that, I think I want to say Frozen. I like animated films. Bite me. We need to bring back phrasing. Running out of crap to talk about. Cyanide and Happiness airs November 13th, 2014. Don't miss it. This is going to be a very low budget production set in the meantime until we actually get, funds, donations, whatever. We may kick the idea of a Kickstarter going on to help with the production of this review board, review show, web series, whatever you want to call it. The original idea of this show was supposed to be that we were just going to do audio recordings, and those recordings were going to be put to animation, but lo and behold, we found out that we don't know how to animate shit. I'm a terrible artist, and he does not have time. Don't forget to reserve your copy of Smash Brothers Wii U, coming out November 21st. I'm roughly 99% sure GameStop is going to do like a midnight release for that thing. People should play Monopoly more. You get to find out their inner demons if you grasp like the concept of basic economics. If you're 7, I feel like you can play Monopoly and understand the basic concept. It really was a genius game to make people feel elated, ignoring the depression that was sweeping the nation at the time. That's not going to happen anymore. We're totally impervious to any kind of economical disaster happening. There's always something wrong with the country, or with some kind of a politician, or with whomever. And the beauty of this country is that you can say, like, oh, fuck Obama, or fuck Sarah Palin, or fuck Bill Clinton, or fuck Hillary Clinton, or fuck the Jonas Brothers. Who gives a shit, really? I mean, some people will be offended, sure. The ramblings of a mad Mexican. How's that? Viewer discretion is advised. So, you can view this video, but, be discreet. Viewer discretion. We're slowly getting to the point where that big-ass fucking disclaimer's gotta be posted on every TV show that is fictional or animated, or even the news. People are so offended by the tiniest goddamn fucking thing, it's ridiculous. There's no excuse for ignorance. Interracial marriages happen. That used to be a thing that upset people. Focus kind of shifted towards the gay agenda. I think between immigration and gay rights, whatever political power that sees one as more of a threat is where the focus is shifted. Who cares If two men or two women or two pansexuals want to have some kind of a relationship, then who's to say? Remove everything you have ever learned ever and start with you're a being. You exist, they exist. You want to coexist with this person, they want to coexist with this person. What the fuck is the difference? The LGBT community has to fight for rights, which, honestly, it's just fucking sad. Not the fact that they're fighting for, rights and freedoms, because at least in this country, in the United States, we should all have a right to say or do what makes us happy. Why do you get to be judge, jury, and executioner? The way I've always been taught, you're free to say and do what you want so long as that freedom that you express does not infringe upon the freedom of others. I don't see why a couple showing public displays of affection, a man and a woman, that makes some people uncomfortable. And in that same degree, two men holding hands, or two women holding hands with fingers interlocked within each other, disturbs people. And it gives them that same level of discomfort. Yet society brands, homosexuals, pansexuals, as what they're doing is wrong. But it's not wrong. It can make you uncomfortable. Seeing two men kiss can make you uncomfortable, and in this country, you have the right to feel uncomfortable. But don't use that discomfort as a basis for what you feel like American values should be. The American dream is, to break it down in one word, is freedom. My parents fought for that freedom. They came here to this country to have and seek a better life than what was given in their countries that they came from, to create a starting point for myself and my siblings, their children. Once again, brought to you in part by Nationwide is on your side. Support Scarica at the Battle of the Bands, December 7th at Fitzgerald's.